Well, I guess I could put on a white coat too and say I'm a chemist. But a chemist has nothing to do whatsoever with evolution. A chemist has nothing whatsoever to do with paleontology. The only thing you seem to know is your Bible. And you seem to forget how contradictory that book is. Are you out of your mind? You actually believe a man lived in a fish for 3 days. Now, don't say whale. You didn't know about whales back then, remember? Dumbass. Lived in a fish for 3 days. The amber was washed down by the flood, and so the insects got trapped in it there. Okay, that's a good one, too. How did that happen? How did they fossilize? How did the amber fossilize? In only like what, 6,000 years is it? Seven, maybe eight at the most. I'll give you 10. Give you 10,000 years. I'll give you 20,000 years. How did the amber, become amber? It was tree sap. How did it fossilize in only 10,000 years? You don't have an answer for that, of course, because you don't know. You're a chemist. Okay, you're not an evolutionist. You're not a biologist. You're not a physicist. You're a chemist. Or that's what you say, and you wear a white coat. Maybe I should go get a white coat before I start to talk to you or answer you any of your silly suppositions. Because that is all they are, is suppositions. You would rather believe in a magical superhero that creates everything with magic instead of just using your brain, studying the science, and truly, honestly trying to figure out empirically where it came from, where things happen, how things do, where how old dinosaurs are, uh, what the bones are there for, and how they get fossilized. And yeah, some of them were fossilized only to a certain point. So, so that automatically assumes. So you automatically assume because there's a misconception there or something they just found out. It's just new science to us. We don't automatically assume, well, there must be a God because it's not really a fossil. That's just lazy. Why would you do that? Would you want your kids to think that way? Would you want your children? How did you become a chemist anyway? I don't get that. How could you become a chemist if you don't believe and don't understand evolution? Because evolution is basically a chemical function. You understand that, don't you? You didn't even get that, did you? You don't realize that evolution and DNA are made up of amino acids, which are a chemical, right? And things like that. It's all about that. It's all about the chemicals. You think that's funny, don't you? Maybe not, actually. You probably think, eh, oh, he's a liar. I'm not going to listen to him. Dinosaurs lived with humans. That's how do you do that? Huh? How do you assume such a thing? Why can't you understand the I don't understand. I don't get it. Why do people like you even exist? And why are you so stupid as to put out in front of everybody and let everybody know how ignorant you are and that you're just so lazy with your chemistry that you don't even understand it. If you did, you would obviously understand that you're I can say you're a lost cause. Amber is sap pushed down by the flood from where? How many forests do you think there were? I mean, and where were they? And where did they push down to? Just one spot, or you have to explain yourself. If you're gonna make ignorant claims, you have to have ignorant evidence to go with it, or some kind of evidence anyway. Uh, 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 uh. Of course, the Bible is going to say what you wanted to say. That's where you're getting all this from. Goofy. We know that already. We already know that stuff. That's not evidence. That's part of your myth. You have to prove it. In other words, it has to have corroborating evidence from other areas. Okay? It's called critical thinking and empirical evidence. You might get it one day. You say you're a chemist. You should already know that. I don't know what to tell you. Good answer, though, huh? I think. I'll tell you, I'm just an earthling. See you later, everybody. Night.